So you may remember that a couple of weeks ago, I furnished and fixed up the shoe household. It was kind of like a little cabin house, but I turned it into a 2-story big family home, and I think it turned out pretty good overall. You may also remember that in that video, I mentioned that there was another lot that I really wanted to fix up, but I didn't tell you what that lot was until now. So the lot is literally right beside the shoe household, the Hans Tavern and Cafe. So this is listed as a hangout, and this is like the cafe or like the coffee shop in the world of Hidden Springs. I gotta say, y'all, I really like this lot. I think it's kind of cutesy. I get what they were trying to go for, and it just kind of gives off like nice cozy vibes. However, this is an EA lot, which means they only really had base game and whatever came with Hidden Springs to work with. So needless to say, this lot could definitely use some work. For one, I kind of want to make this a little bit more functional. So I was thinking about using the coffee bar from University, because that way you'll have an NPC that can serve your Sims food and stuff, right? Also, I feel like there are some things that I don't really like about this lot. For example, we have this little backspace back here. Now, this is kind of accurate because I've been in places like this where you walk through an archway to kind of go to the bathrooms. So like, I get what they were trying to go for this one, but I kind of feel like it's a waste of space in my opinion. I think if we just delete the archway, like we will have so much more space in here to add so much more stuff, you know? Because like the bathrooms don't really need to be that amazing, you know, they're just bathrooms. And then even if we go outside for a second, I'm not a big fan of the color scheme. I get what they were trying to go for. I think they were trying to make the lot blend in with the other lots, but like, come on now. The inside is so colorful and nice. It needs to kind of reflect that on the outside, I think. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of this roofing, if I'm being honest with y'all, so we're gonna have to re-roof this. And also, I think I'm gonna get rid of this railing. And y'all, I was thinking, because if I'm already gonna use the coffee bar from University, do you think I could maybe just use the other packs as well? Because, like, you know, if we're going to make this look really nice, then we might as well use anything, right? So why don't we just go ahead and get into it? I think one of the first things I am going to do is we're going to put a fence around the lot. And I'm going to use this one from the pets pack. I never use this fence, y'all, for literally anything. I don't know if it's like wood or whatever. Like, I don't really like the wood or the stone underneath it really, especially not for like a house, so I never really use it, but I think in this instance it would look really good outside, so we're just gonna go ahead and like close that in. Next up, we need to do something about this roofing, and we need to do something about the color of the build. So I'm gonna delete a little section right here, and we're just gonna re-roof this really quick. I'm just gonna get my gabled roofs like always. We're gonna go ahead and get one and just drag it along here, and then we're gonna get another one and we're gonna drag it along here, but we're gonna make it connect all the way in the back like so. And now I'm just gonna pitch the roof so it can be a little bit taller, something kind of like this, you know? I was also thinking that what we could do is I'll get a couple of these columns right here, and I'm just gonna like place them kind of like so. Okay, I might need like one more. I'm gonna get that, and we're gonna place it like this so I can have the grid. So I was thinking that we could get a fence, maybe this one from base game, and we have like a nice little overhang. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Do I want it to go here? Maybe we can start here and go like all the way like this. I don't know if it needs to be that big. Maybe if we need to, it could be one tile bigger, but I'm just gonna go ahead and just fill it in like so. And we're gonna go and make some lines like this. And then now we can have like a little overhang, you know? And then what I was also thinking we could do is we'll get some plants and we can like put it on top of it to kind of have like a cool little effect, you know? Maybe even some of these pink plants right here, you know? And then this way to be like kind of like slightly overgrown, but it'll look really nice, I think. Okay, y'all, so in addition to all of that, I think I do want to change the wallpaper, but it's not going to be a drastic change. I'm still going to use some siding, but I'm going to use a different siding. I don't know which one this one is, maybe this one. I like this one from base game. It just looks a little bit better in my opinion. So we're just gonna get this and we're gonna just drag this on everything. I was thinking of something kind of pink, maybe blue and pink or something like that, but I really do like this pink color. So maybe we'll start with this and we'll see how I feel about it after. But I really want it to just make the outside brighter, you know, especially since we have this bright green house that's right beside it. I feel like if we just make it a little bit brighter, it'll look a lot better. Do you think we should do like 2 colors though? Like, you think I should have this section be blue? I don't know, y'all. This might be doing a little bit too much, but I'm gonna commit to it for now. And then if I don't like it, it'll probably just all be pink and or all just be blue. I also want to change the color of the roofing as well. Maybe something a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter. Even this color looks nice for it, but I just want something a little bit brighter, you know? I don't know. I like this one, or do I want to go for this one or this one? maybe this one, because it looks a little bit older, you know? I'm gonna also get rid of these railings. I don't really like them for this kind of build. So I'm just gonna delete all these and we're gonna get some new ones. I was thinking of using these from base game. I quite like this one, and I think it could kind of fit the vibe really nicely. Do you think that we could fit a cherry blossom tree maybe in the back like that? I would love to have two on this lot, but I don't know if that might be doing a little bit too much. We'll get two for now. Maybe we'll move the street light, I don't know, maybe like closer to the road or something. But like having two cherry blossom trees may be kind of cute. And then I was thinking that we could get another little tree, maybe something kind of like this, just to kind of go in the corner, you know, just to kind of have something here. And if we have enough space, maybe like squeeze one way back here in the back. But I think we're probably good for trees. I don't really think that we need a lot of trees on this lot, seeing as how we're surrounded by trees anyway. So I think like for now, it's pretty good. Now, the windows are another thing I was thinking about changing out, y'all. I like these windows, but, you know, we do have other ones from other packs that we could use. Like, for example, we have these from University. There's also these from Showtime. So, like, we have other ones that we can use. Maybe we'll just delete these for now. And, like, you know, use these bigger ones because these can bring in more light. Because, like, we could put two together like that. This might not be the one I want to use. I don't know yet. But, like, even doing something like this is just a really nice improvement, in my opinion. Maybe we should make them white. We could use this little window from Seasons by the front door. And then if we need to, we can always get another one and put it, like, over here on this side. I need to kind of open up the lot for a second so I can see something. Because I would love to have at least one big window in here somewhere. Maybe off to the side, like this way. We can just, like, delete this and we could put a big one here, and then that way we can have a lot more light come through the building, you know. Okay, before we go on the inside though, let's try to finish up out here. So I was thinking to use some umbrella tables if I can, so I'm gonna get rid of these tables out here and I want to get some nicer ones for the outside. Okay, so here's what I think we're gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna use these tables here for the inside, and then maybe for here we can put some outside with umbrellas on them. And for these tables over here, I'm just gonna make them kind of look like a picnic table. I'm gonna have like some red, and I'm gonna also have some green, and then I want to get the matching chairs to go with them. Which honestly, do you think we could just use these? I don't know, because like I believe the chairs that match are these right here, so maybe we'll just use a couple of these. And then now I'm just gonna like move a couple of these around just in a more natural position, you know. And then I'm gonna also go in and I'm gonna bring this metal color onto the chair so they can all match, you know. And y'all, I have an idea. I would love to get, there's that bear statue. I would love to get that and put it outside. Yeah, right here. I would love to get one of these and like put it outside. I don't know why, but I think it'd be kind of cute if we put it somewhere out here, you know? But maybe we can have like one of these plants be in here, just like off to the corner somewhere. Okay, y'all, so this is what the outside is looking like so far. So over here, we kind of have all the umbrella tables. We also have the outdoor seating. We have the nice little like pergola overhang, which I think is kind of nice. And then over here, of course, we have our little bear, our menu, and then we also have a little chair out here as well. Let's go ahead and open up the inside, y'all, because we have still got to work on the inside. So I don't know if I want to keep the floor the same way or not. I do like it, but like, do you think a hardwood floor would be better? Maybe. Maybe if we make it a little bit lighter, it could be nice, you know? I think something like this is nice. This is like a nice compromise. Okay, y'all, so really quick, I'm gonna keep the same wallpaper, but I'm just gonna change it also. So I went ahead and I took a wallpaper like this, and I basically used a color wheel to drag each part on the new wallpaper individually. So now we'll have this. It's basically the same. It just looks a little bit different, but it's basically the same, you know. But I think this will look really nice for it. I was also thinking that maybe instead of it being like pink at the top, we could maybe make it blue so we can have like another color to kind of work with. That would be kind of cute, right? Because you still have the pink, but you also have some of that blue from the outside. So maybe I might add some of this to it. You know, that could be kind of cutesy, I think. So let's go ahead really quick and get rid of some of these tables. We're just not gonna use any of these. Do you think I could like, okay, let's see something. Do you think that I could drag this onto this just to kind of have like similar vibes? Yeah, like see, that would be nice, right? And then I'll just drag this one onto this one right here. I guess this way we'll have some of those original vibes, you know, but it'll be different tables altogether. Okay, let's just delete these. I also saw this table earlier, y'all. I may use this because I like how rustic it looks. So we're just going to put this off to the side for now, but I think I'm going to use that for something. I also know that I want to get a really big rug somewhere in here, maybe like in the middle. So I may just add one of those down for right now. As for everything else, we're gonna delete a lot of stuff, y'all, because like a lot of this stuff I don't really think we need. These upper cabinets, we don't need these. You know, these light fixtures are cute. Maybe we'll put some of those off to the side for now. But this section right here is kind of where I want the coffee bar object to be. I'm gonna turn off move objects for a second, and I'm gonna get my coffee bar, and I'm gonna get the one from university. I'm pretty sure, I think I've tested this out a long time ago, but I don't think that these work on a platform. Maybe they do, I'm not for sure, because like I don't know if a sim can actually like get up here and serve you. I'm gonna get the regular version of these countertops, which I think are these, and I'm gonna turn these around this way. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do for this section right here, y'all. Maybe we could just like use these somewhere else. I know some coffee shops will have it where like they'll have like a place where you can like sit on your computer, so maybe I can have like a couple of these back this way. Yeah, that'll actually work, because we could get a couple of these countertops here. We'll get like cute little bar stools, and maybe like one of them I'll put a laptop at, so like Sims can like do work here or something like that. I'm not sure about the bar stool though. Maybe we can use like one of these rustic ones, and we can kind of make it look nice. I'm also gonna get that laptop I was talking about. Let's just get one and place it here, maybe in the middle, you know? Maybe for this section we can get like a half wall or something, just to kind of like somewhat close it up. All right, y'all, so I was thinking that for this section right here, we get a couple of shelves, maybe some really long ones like this. And then this way I could put some stuff on it, you know, like bags of flour. I don't know what they really serve at the bakery. Do you think I should have like a little oven back here? I mean, listen, y'all, I mean, the place is not that big. I don't even know if I can. Oh, I can actually. You think I could like squeeze this back here somewhere, you know? So like, if you wanted to, you could like buy, or I guess make your baked goods here. Oh, and speaking of, I just thought about it too. What if well, the cannon station would be nice, but I don't think we have enough space for that. But we could also use that baking display case too. This would definitely work. Hold on, y'all. I might have a different idea now. Let's think about this for a second. I could put this here behind it, right? And you could put like sweet treats. Maybe we can have a shelf above it just to have one, you know? But like that would actually work. That's enough space for your Sims to get around. Maybe I could get like another countertop to go like right here, you know? All right, y'all. So I have two different ideas for the light fixtures, and I don't know which one I want to pick. We could use this one. It has like tea, you know, going into like a glass. But then we also have these. These are like mason jar lights, but these kind of give off a more like rustic kind of aesthetic. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a couple of them, but then we'll use like some of these as well, just to kind of like go over, you know, because I quite like these, y'all. These are really cool. It's not every day that I get to use them, so I might as well like use them now, right? Maybe for the bathrooms, we can get rid of these fluorescent lights. And then we could use the mason jars, because, you know, why not? So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a lot more clutter. So I'm just going to get like some of these cookbooks and maybe some pies or something. We can kind of like place some pies on the racks, you know? I'm going to also get some flour bags and try to place them up here at the very top. I'm going to also get some cookies and place this up here as well. We can have some be back this way. I don't know what I'm going to put this watermelon thing. Maybe we can delete it low-key. I don't know. Maybe we'll delete that. We don't really need it right now. Oh, and we can also add like the bakery register in here, so you could have like a bakery. I wonder if this will work right here. That'll actually work, I think. And then you can kind of have this be more bakery like. Y'all, do you think I could get one of these big china cabinets in here somewhere? Like, that would be kind of nice. Also, I need to figure out the bathroom real quick too, because I think I'm gonna have to move the door over. I want to move it to be more centered. And also, one thing I just realized, y'all, they put a urinal and a toilet in here. I mean, I get it, but like, let's just do toilets this time around, because like, it'll make more sense. It'll just be better. Like, the bathroom is not that big. I don't really think we need a urinal in there, you know? And then this way I could squeeze in this china cabinet. We can have like a little menu over here on this side. I want to get some plants or something to go in here. Maybe like some of these little floor plants could be cute. All right, so now I'm just going in and I'm just trying to add a couple of paintings around just to have some more stuff on the wall, you know? I guess we could try to tackle the bathrooms next. We could try to squeeze in some windows for the bathroom, because like it needs some light in here. Just like some natural light, you know? I'm just gonna copy the color over on this so it can match with the rest of it. I do think that the tile has to go. Or maybe I could recolor it. I'm just not a fan of like the yellow. I could just make it red. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get rid of these towels in here because I want to use the paper towel object. I believe it comes with late night. I just feel like maybe that would be a little bit better than to have like towels that everyone uses to dry their hands off, you know? Yeah, see, this right here just makes a little bit more sense to me. I want to go in and add a little rug in both of the bathrooms. I want to put a little record player right here as well, just to kind of have some music in here, you know? And then for this table back here, I do want to recolor it ever so slightly. I just wanted to have like a big table in here in case you had a lot of Sims that just needed to kind of sit down together, you know? Okay, y'all, well, I guess on that note, that's pretty much everything for the entire build. So I'll show you really quick what it looks like before we go. So again, this is the outside. I think it looks really nice. I love the color scheme. We have some umbrella tables outside. We have some outdoor seating over here. We also have like a little overhang. So when you first come in, you have an island countertop right here, and it has a little, I put a laptop here in case your Sims want to use a laptop, but you also have a lot of tables in here as well. You also have your coffee bar and your nothing sweet simoleon register, so you can, I guess, run this as a bakery if you want to, I guess. There's also a dessert display case back here so you can store your sweets if you want to. There's also an oven back here so you can make some sweets if you want to. There's 2 bathrooms over here as well. And then going back over this way, we have a stereo, we have some more tables, and we have a really big long table and like a little chair over here, you know. I tried to like just fill up this space with a lot of tables because, you know, you never know who might come, you know, how many Sims you might need to come here. So there should be a place for everyone to come sit down here. So if you want to download this lot, I'm going to leave it linked down below. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Follow me over on Twitch where I stream a lot more The Sims, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching!